All right. Bang, bang. What's going on, guys? To an exciting new edition, main event, Talkin Hands. I'm host, Preston, dramatic host, Mr. Danny Betts. We're going to break down this weekend's main event action as we have the return of Mike Tyson and the return of Jake Paul. Netflix Friday night. That's going to be the big fight for this week. I think the world will be watching because I've actually been hearing a lot of people talking about it who aren't really into boxing. So, big time fight for boxing as a whole. Maybe not the most entertaining for us per se, but to get more of the public involved will be great too. That being said, we'd love to recap the fights that were last week. We're going to go. Actually, we'll start with Friday's fight. We kind of talked about it prior. For Friday, we had Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis got a huge knockout, a hometown fight. Like Danny mentioned to me prior, his opponent missed weight by quite a bit. Davis came out there, got the job done. It was either the second or third round. I don't remember exactly, but Dan, what are your thoughts on the Keyshawn Davis fight? And shout out Stingham score, Viva Hirio Miguel. I don't know, Dan, do you know this one?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, either do
Shout
I.
out to everybody in the chat. Yeah, that it was a big red flag. Like I stayed away from that fight. I didn't have like a crazy read on that fight, and then I saw the weigh-ins. 6 pounds is crazy. So that's a red flag. I was like, yeah, I'm passing on this. Usually that happens is like, some type of injury or something. But I didn't have enough
Uh,
I didn't have enough on like confidence on the knockout with Keyshawn. But that man, that was an easy bet if you cashed on that. That was what, third round.
yeah.
Worked him to the body, and Lemos was not, did not look good. I saw a face off. When I saw a face off, it was even worse because like Keyshawn just dogged him, bro. He went in his face, like he was just like, and Lemos like he just shrimped up, like he did not want to be there or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's bad body language right there. I always look for that, but I passed. But good performance by Davis. But it's kind of like I still want to see more because like Lemos coming over, 6 pounds over, and you get a quick knockout. I want to see a better fight. We'll see though.
Yeah, it was just good, though, to get like a stoppage at home and the main event. So he was obviously they put him on the top rate cards forever, prelims, but for him to get a stoppage in the main event was big. He's taught I don't know what he was on, but I felt like he was talking a lot about Tank Davis too, post fight and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, they've been talking so much shit.
So
That's been going on for a while.
yeah, so that he's not getting that fight, I can guarantee you that. So at least for a while. But yeah, great performance by him. I'll move on to the fights that we did target, so to speak. Bam Rodriguez. Bam Rodriguez didn't get my 7-12. He got him out of there also round three. Uppercut from hell. I was very worried when we talked about it last week with Guevara. He wasn't really moving his head too much against Maloney. Knew Maloney didn't hit too hard. Bam's been looking for the stoppages and looking very good. And yeah, not much more to say. Bam Rodriguez definitely top five, arguably top three pound for pound. I think Chocolatito's next, and I'm worried for Chocolatito. I will say that. Danny, your thoughts on Bam versus Guevara?
Yeah, I didn't get the decision. I sprinkled the decision plus 300. That shit was not happening. But
Yeah.
I was surprised, like, because like when they had face offs and stuff, they look pretty, pretty even. But like after he hydrated and stuff, like Bannon was just the bigger fighter, bro. Like in the ring, and he was right when that fight started. He was on it. Good pressure. Um, and you could tell he really wanted that knockout. He said it. He said, "I want to be the first one to knock him out." Too much pressure, and he got it done. Like it was just too much. He didn't have nothing for him, and like you said, that uppercut was nasty, bro. Called him nasty. After he called him with that, I was like, "This is over. Like,
Yeah.
it's done."
Yeah. No, it was like for both fights, right? They're supposed to be kind of stay busy fights. Bam got the job done. We'll get to Boots here shortly, but I what's tough with Bam is there's not any guys around his even age that are
Yeah,
compatible with him, that who can like fight him. Because Chocolatito's in his 30s. He just destroyed Estrada. We don't want to see that match again. So it's gonna be hard to find him a really worthy opponent unless he tries to fight anyway. But I don't know if they'll make that fight, honestly.
I mean, once because he can move up. Once he moves up, there's a couple more fighters in the other weight classes. But um, yeah, he's cleaning all these divisions lower weight. So hopefully he moves up quick because like there's really nobody else there. Shout out to Andrew G.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, hopefully he does move up. I know 118 was what the trainer wanted. I think they'll do that, which makes sense. Time to talk about another guy who said he's going to move up. We talked about it last week before the fight. We thought it was going to happen. I think it's actually going to happen sooner than later. Boots Ennis, James Boots Ennis, wins a decision against Karen Chukadzian. Kind of rough meat. I don't know. I don't want to say media, but I don't know if it's outrage. I would know the word. Not many fans of this fight. Dan, you're the big boots guy here. What do you think of the fight, the performance, and we just could not get the KO. Could not get the KO.
Bro, like I always say, a lot of times you see these fighters in hometown fights. Besides Keyshawn Davis, it was hometown. He got knocked out or whatever. But like, I mean, and shout out to Ennis. I mean, he got knocked out too last time he was in Philly against Villa. But this fight, Chukadzian, how do you say his last name?
I think it's Chukadzian, but Karen is
I call him Karen. It's kind of funny, but it's pronounced differently. I was hearing it in the commentary or whatever. I forget how they say it. Chiron, or I don't know.
Like
something
Russian.
Weird, but whatever. But he came to fight this time. He wasn't running around a lot. Later on in the fight, he was, after he took a knee. I think it was round 8 or 7.
Yeah, 7 or 8. Yeah,
one of those. And he looked way better. It was kind of like a mix. Again, like I know Ennis did do better, like landing some body shots. Not enough, in my opinion. Again, they used the jab, but he was going for the kill again. And if you were hearing his corner, like they were giving him advice and stuff, and he was kind of he was doing the opposite. He said after the fight, he was like, I wasn't listening. I should have did this and this and that. Made some adjustments, like my corner said. So that's on him. I keep it real. If you're, Ennis, like, I mean, even though he clearly won that fight, it was a good fight. But like, I get why people can criticize because everybody's expecting a knockout. I got both these fights backwards. I thought, Bam Rodriguez would be like decision.
Yeah.
And Ennis, kind of early mid fight. And I mean, it's one of those type of performances you clearly win, but you lose at the same time. You know what I mean? Like minus 750. Everybody expects a knockout against this guy, and hey, I mean, he didn't get it done. So I don't know. Like we were talking about, like he's gonna move up. I just don't know when. The way he was talking after the fight, it sounds like.
Yeah, I think it's the next fight. Correct. Next fight, yeah.
And there's a ton of guys he could fight. There are big fights in that weight class at 154. So we'll see. So, hold on real quick. Only bet the plus. I'm laughing because he put I can't believe Paul's odds are minus 222. But your name says otherwise. You gotta bet the plus money, right? Ryan C said Tyson by ear bite plus 400. Hey, never know, bro. Never know.
Yeah, we're gonna get right into that fight too. But before we get into that fight, I do think 154 bevy of matchups for him. He has to tighten up the defense. I thought he kept himself pretty wide open on counters.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see where he goes from here. Like I said, I think like a Virgil Ortiz would be a perfect matchup for him next fight if they can make that fight. I think he would look good in that fight too, and that would kind of erase the sour.
That would be a banger. They would both look good though, because like you said, we've been saying like he takes a lot of shots, man. I know he does it on purpose, in my opinion. Because I've seen his defense. He could slip a lot of shots and make you miss a lot. But when he tries to try to get the knockout, that's when this happens.
Yeah. And kind of crazy that it went to decision because we were pseudo clowning it last week. Like there was no way this was going to happen. The bookies are telling you. and
It's
it
fucking
went to
good, bro.
decision. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, another fight that I actually think's more than likely going to decision, but we'll talk about it here. Our main event this week, Jake Paul is taking on Mike Tyson. 8 rounds, 2-minute rounds, 14-ounce gloves, so bigger gloves, in case people don't know. And not all sports books, or it might be states, are taking action on this fight. However, if you do live in a state that is taking action, use FanDuel. FanDuel is sponsors here at Talking Hands. Go down in the description below, click our link, sign up using FanDuel. Current odds at FanDuel have Jake Paul as a minus 215, Mike Tyson plus 172, round props 5.5, pretty much juice minus 110, 110. Fight doesn't go the distance is minus 215. Paul KO plus 130. Tyson KO plus 240. Tyson decision plus 1100. Paul decision plus 300. Danny, do you think this will be a legitimate fight, more of an exhibition? Do you like what you're hearing from Tyson? Tyson's been, I don't know, the little media clips I've been seeing, he's been kind of talking a lot. And I think Paul has been kind of more steadfast, saying, this is my time, so to speak. But what do you think about this event, so to speak?
Oh, I love it, man. Entertainment at its best. Like who doesn't love Mike Tyson? I know there's Jake Paul haters, but at the same time, a lot of people like Jake Paul. I in the beginning, like I always say, I was kind of like, this dude's not for real. Like, and I respected him. He did a lot of good things for the sport, MMA, and he's actually improving. Shout out to Nasty Nate in the chat. Everybody in the chat, smash that like button.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you gotta get Mike Tyson talking shit and doing little clips here and there. I try not to like feed into it too much because it's just little clips. Like, it doesn't show you a lot. It's not gonna show you like 8-round, sparring match that you can get a lot.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're showing him doing like
Pad work.
the pads and him holding, and he's looking good. But
Yeah,
he's what was he, 58? Like
about to be 60.
Yeah, he's an old man, dude. Like, but I'll let you go.
Yeah, last fight against Mike Perry, Paul did what he was supposed to do. We knew Perry was pretty tough. He was gonna last later on. I think it was round 6.
6. I think it was the same thing. I think it was an 8-round fight, but he was so much bigger.
No, I think that was 3 minutes though, and I love how you brought that up because I'm pretty. A lot of people are not gonna know this. Like 2-minute rounds from 3 minutes is a big difference, especially in the 8-rounder.
Yeah,
like Tyson, like you said, like he's older. Paul's gonna be way younger, big dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it because Tyson's a legend. Like I just can't see Tyson. He could be live early, first half of the fight, first four rounds, but I think he's gonna start gassing, man. Like after the third round, and Paul's gonna be too much. He's been getting better every fight, bro. It's crazy. If you go back to like his early fights. Everything, his jab, his movement, he's been training. You can't hate on him. He's been training his ass off. Yes, he's on the juice. I don't care what anybody says. He's definitely on the juice. The good shit. But he's got a good team around him, professionals, good coaches and things like that. Tyson's a legend. I got Paul in this one. I know some people disagree with the money line. I think you could parlay him. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'll be frank. I don't know why Jake Paul is not like minus 600. Like
I wouldn't go that far. I like mid 300s, 400 maybe. But yeah, I agree. Like he should be a bigger favorite. The line keeps coming down. That's why. But that's another reason why I like Paul because Tyson's a public dog. I was looking at some of the tickets and stuff. It's like 72, 73%. So that's a red flag if you're on the Tyson side. In my opinion. But yeah, I gotta go with Paul. Now, how does he do it? Like I said, Tyson's gonna be dangerous early. I mean, he still has that power. That's the last thing to go. Even though he's 58, he still hits hard. Like you said, bigger gloves, 2-minute rounds. And once he starts gassing after round 3, in my opinion, I think that's when it's gonna happen. That's when Paul's really going to take over with the jab, with the movement, start breaking them down. I don't know if he's gonna take him out of there. It's gonna be close. Again, the 5.5 over under is super sharp in my opinion, so I'm not gonna touch it. I think that's gonna be so close. Cause I can see him getting like a TKO stoppage late, like round 7 or even round 6, like right after that 5.5.
Yeah.
What I like in this fight is Mike Tyson to be knocked down minus 118. That's probably gonna be my bet. Nothing big, just like to win a unit. I like that one a lot. Remember, guys, like Tyson, he's got 6 losses, 5 by knockout. Yeah, by greats, Lennox Lewis, Holyfield, things like that. But his last fights, even before he retired, like his last like 5-6 fights against guys that are not even that good, he did not look great at all. Like, and this was like
20 years ago.
20 years ago. Guys that are not good at all, you know what I mean? Like, it was a big, like, later on in his career, it was a big step down on his opponents, and he was losing. He lost a couple of them. And now you're going to tell me he's going to come back and be a guy in his prime, on the juice, bigger, more athletic right now. Like, I don't know. I mean, Tyson definitely can land a body shot. You never know for sure. But I got to take Jake Paul. If you would have told me this shit like 20 years ago, oh yeah, this white kid from Westlake right by you, Danny, he's gonna beat Mike Tyson. I would have been like, what are you smoking?
Yeah.
Crazy world.
Yeah, the one thing I will say though, this is, maybe people think it's still a Jake Paul who fought Ben Askren, who fought who was the NBA player he knocked out?
Nate Robinson.
Yeah, Nate Robinson. Yeah, like Jake Paul, the Perry fight, I thought he looked great. I thought he looked very good.
Every fight he's looking.
He had more than just like, he always had the overhand right, but he had more than just the right. His cardio held up, the jab held up. Kind of what Andrew G was saying. The old Jake, that's what he was doing there. Shit fights. He's holding the guy, jabbing a little bit, asking his corner, "Hey, am I winning? Am I winning?" And then they're saying, "No, it's close. It's close." Then he would do like spurts, like how he kind of did it to Anderson. Then he knocked Anderson down. I get it. Mike Tyson, a legend. Like, I understand. Guy's 58 years old. He's not in his 30s, not in his 40s. He's 58. He fought Roy Jones 4 years ago, exhibition fight. I will say, I thought he looked better that fight. Yeah, he won the fight.
That was bullshit, that draw. That was another thing, yeah.
Yeah, he won the fight. But even if you watch that fight, they weren't really targeting the head.
Yeah, because they had an agreement. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also think, which we're going to see this week, that Jake Paul is going to say something similar, like, "Hey, Mike, I don't want put you in the hospital, so he might not even go to knock him out." Mike will probably try to knock Jake out early, but then he's going to gas out.
If I'm Jake Paul, I'm trying to knock out Tyson. You know how much. Knocking out Tyson, bro. Are you serious? I know. Well, I'll play it smart, and I know people criticize it. It's part of the game, bro. Jab. Somebody gets over aggressive, clinch up, then separate. Boom. Until he starts getting slows down, gets tired, and then I'm telling you, we'll see. I don't know if he gets the knockout. I like the knockdown for sure. Yeah. I think he does get a knockdown at that number too, at minus 118, but. It's going to be dicey. If you got, I was tempted on decision plus 300, but I'm telling you, it's going to be really, really late. It's going to be close.
Yeah, the thing that I could see happen even more than that is Mike getting punched a little too much, thinking, this was going to be, quote, easy. And then him in the corner just saying, "I'm not doing this shit. I'm done." Yeah. And then they just stop the fight. I don't know if he's going to get, planted and starched out there, but yeah, I don't understand the odds. I think Jake Paul money line is, unless it's rigged, I think that's fairly safe. I've thought Jake Paul's been good for a while. We had him against where the fight he lost against Fury.
Yeah.
He's been
that's the
fighting.
That was the best. That's the best fight to go back to look at. He couldn't cut off the ring. His jab wasn't really good. I'm telling you, go look at that fight and go watch the other ones, especially the Mike Perry one, like you said, because it's the most recent.
Yeah.
All the little techniques, like his movement, he looks way better. Like, because when you get guys like that are so green, that are not boxers, they're only gonna improve. But they gotta put the work in and you know do their thing. But one thing I was trying to look at, I don't know if they're gonna offer it. Sometimes DK or FanDuel does do it, but somebody kind of mentioned the disqualification.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Mike Tyson fight, bro. But I don't know if we're gonna get that prop. They probably won't, just cause of that. But you know, we'll see. Another thing I was looking at too, plus I think it was plus 550 on FanDuel too. Was I think I saw it somewhere that if Paul gets knocked down but still wins, plus 550.
Okay.
That's a decent number in my opinion. I could see that happening. Maybe Tyson catches him. Probably like a flash knockdown or
Yeah.
something like that. And
Yeah. I don't
little
know.
props like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have the goal as Mark does here with 20,000 on Jake Paul in the fight. Just thinking, who knows what's going to happen. But I do think people are underestimating the gloves, like how big these gloves are to where.
Hey Mark, let me hold 1,000, bro.
Yeah. to where.
Let me hold a G. Hey, I got a New Orleans trip. I'll be in New Orleans this weekend, bro. Let me hold a G. I'll send you my cash app.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah, bro. Like, I agree. Go ahead. Like.
Yeah, because it's gonna be. They'll be able to take the punches, and Paul's not just gonna be able to like throw 100 punches, and Mike can't. He's not gonna throw that many punches either.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a kind of an underwhelming fight, to be honest. But yeah, Jake Paul. Like I like Jake Paul here. I don't want to get too cute with the props or anything, but yeah, I think Jake Paul's gonna win the fight. And like you said,
how you think this fight's gonna go?
I think he's gonna just move around and like jab him out, and I think Jake Paul's actually going to go to Mike's body, and Mike's just going to get frustrated, and he's going to do a lot of rabbit punching, and going back to his corner, being like, like this shit sucks. Like this isn't what I thought. Like I signed up for. Like I thought he was like a YouTuber or whatever. And Paul's in the end, he's just kind of going to like dance around him. I think he's going to probably win a decision, and it's going to be kind of like a quote boring fight, but. Yeah, I can't see. Oh, Jake Paul's taking some shots too. Anderson hit him hard,
Yeah.
and he took those shots. I thought Mike Perry was going to catch him. Mike Perry didn't really catch him too much because Paul got on him immediately and hurt him.
And the gloves too. So
yeah,
I don't remember what size gloves his last fights were though. Paul.
No, I think they were more like regular fights.
I
like
think they were
10-ounce
regular.
gloves.
Right?
Yeah,
these are.
Yeah, this is the 2-minute rounds, 8 rounds, 14-ounce gloves. When at this weight class, they usually fight with 10-ounce gloves and obviously 3-minute rounds. 2-minute rounds, he can easily run away pretty quickly.
2 minutes instead of 3.
It's gone. Yeah. So, I like Jake Paul here. I like Jake Paul quite a bit. Now, to be honest, the real fight, the real main event, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano 2. Odds at FanDuel have Katie Taylor as a short favorite, -120. Amanda Serrano, -102. This fight is a rematch. Taylor won the first fight by decision. That was a great fight. This should be a great fight. Daniel, I'll let you go first. Who do you like here? Exciting fight.
Everything you said, Mark, is 100. Like, he's not even half his age.
I think this is a joke. Like that's why
I know you. It's really hard to impress you, P. I'm excited for this fight. Entertainment wise, Mike Tyson.
I'm watching it. Yeah,
I get it, but it is funny though. Like he's not even half his age.
Yeah,
that's just crazy. But I'm excited for this fight. I'm gonna get this out the way. If you guys know me, I'm Puerto Rican. I love Serrano. I love all my Puerto Rican fighters. One thing I'm really good at, or try to be good at, is not being biased with my favorite teams, my favorite boxers, and whatever my race. Taylor and Serrano, the first fight was a fucking classic. If you didn't check that fight out, go watch it. One of the best women's fights you'll ever see. It was a huge event. Like, I forget how many they broke records, like,
Yeah.
attendance and things like that. And that was a great fight. Taylor looked good, sharp early. Serrano kind of took over in mid rounds, hurt Taylor in the mid rounds, but then she kind of slowed down a little bit. And Taylor, in my opinion, Taylor did enough in the last like 3-4 rounds to get the decision. Close fight. I thought Taylor still clearly won, but not, nothing like crazy. A lot of people thought Serrano won.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because she had the biggest moment of the fight. Obviously she hurt her in the mid fight. It kind of seemed like she took over with the momentum and things like that. And for me, she gave up those last couple rounds that gave the Taylor the decision, in my opinion. And then we've seen Taylor move up, fight Cameron, and
Yeah.
the first fight was a kind of let down, close fight. She lost, but then she got her payback in the second fight. Looked way better, and now we're getting this fight. Serrano's fought a couple times. Girls that are not like on her level and things like that. Easy victories. So it's a little winner circle, but this fight rematch. Oh man, I gotta go with Taylor. I think she's a better boxer. She's crispier. Um, I love Serrano, southpaw, good power, good volume in the first half, but I think she just tends to slow down a little bit later in these fights. Like, and I've seen Taylor like overcome. She's really hard to like really win rounds on. Like if she if she sees that you're winning the round, or if you have moments like she did, like Serrano did in the first fight when she hurt her, she'll come back even stronger. Boom, the next round she'll win that one. I love seeing those type of fighters. Like Usyk does that a lot. Like
Yeah.
okay, I stepped up this round or second or 2 rounds. I'm gonna get my 3 rounds back or 4 rounds back and double up. That's what she does too. And I think she's just more active. She's gonna take over the fight late. I just trust her more later in this fight. Again, this is a public underdog. Serrano is like 70 something percent of the handles on Serrano. And that was another thing I looked at. I'm like, oh man, this is awesome. And I'm waiting because this was at minus 150, minus 160
Yeah.
on Taylor. And now it's 125, 120 around there. I got Taylor on this one, man. I got Taylor. I'm not getting like. There's no point in going decision. It's like plus 110.
Yeah.
The money line is minus 120, 125. I gotta take Taylor. I'm on Taylor on this one for sure. I'm
Yeah.
excited for this fight though.
Yeah. What's fun? Well, it's not like funny, so to speak, but they said they're going to do a trilogy regardless of the outcome already.
Yeah,
So
which
this
is
is
weird. That's why I think people are betting around a lot.
Yeah, but the thing with the trilogy fight, at least it's agreed upon. They want to do 12 rounds, 3 minutes.
3 minutes,
The
yeah.
fight is 2 minutes, 10 rounds. So who do you think that favors? You got to weigh those options
Yeah,
too. And the thing with Serrano is she's been given cupcakes where
yeah,
she's just killing these girls who shouldn't even be in the ring with her. And then, like you said, Taylor got a loss against Cameron, got the get back, got the win back. Now she's fighting Serrano. I lean Taylor too. I think it's going to be again another tough, close fight.
yeah,
The odds are, I don't know. To me, it's the odds are making me think Serrano is going to win, but I think Taylor is the better boxer. What I like with Serrano though is she didn't stop coming forward, but then she slowed down. And when I hate betting on fighters like that because if they don't bank those early rounds,
right.
it was the fight. It happened in the last women's fight we talked about. It was like 3 weeks ago, right? Was it Mayer versus Ryan?
Yeah, yeah, Ryan. Yep.
Yeah, same type of thing happened in that fight. So, fight goes the distance. Obviously, it's going to be juiced out, but it's going to go to decision. But like you said, don't even bother with that. I'll take Katie Taylor as well. I think
Yeah.
she can make the improvements and hopefully win a more clear decision in this
Uh,
fight.
Another thing too, like if you really think, obviously they are trying to make the trilogy, and I always say like if the odds are like this close from decision to money line, Like
Yeah.
take the money line, bro. Especially this type of fight, we could really see a draw. You never know.
Oh, right.
Especially
Oh, yeah.
so that covers you. At least you get your money back. If you got the decision prop, then you lose your bet. So
Yeah.
I might sprinkle this draw too, just a little sprinkle, um, to maybe like even if it's a draw, maybe, and I cash that little nice ticket and get my money back with the money line.
Yeah, draw's not a bad bet. Yeah, I don't mind that at all either. Then the other fight, I think this fight's still going to be on Netflix. Mario Barrios is fighting Abel Ramos. Mario Barrios is a huge favorite. I hadn't seen many props up for this fight, but I saw Barrios is like minus 1,400. Ramos is plus 850, 900 around there. Barrios has looked good. Barrios has looked very good. And at this point, he might be one of the top guys at 147, which is
Yeah,
crazy to say, but he might be there now. So, Dan, you think Barrios can get a? The only thing I guess would be the argument is a KO or a decision, but like I said, I haven't seen props yet.
yeah, me too. I haven't seen props either, but I like. I do know Abel Ramos. I got rewatch some of
I,
his fights and stuff
I
like that.
watched his fight versus Figueroa,
Yeah,
and he just kind of beat him up pretty bad.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um, that's his brother though. Brandon for
yeah.
I think is his brother if I'm not
Oh, yeah,
mistaken.
I think it's Omar, and
Yeah,
he
but
did not look good.
he did fight Ugas though. It was a split. That's the thing. I gotta go back to some of his fights because I don't remember a lot of them. He tends to fight in close fights. Like all his losses, majority loss. One unanimous, a split, another majority. So that may right instantly that might be a prop I'm looking at. Majority or split. Just a little sprinkle because those are usually nice odds. I do know he's tough as shit. And
Yeah,
Barrios, we might be getting a decent price this time for decision because if not mistaken, he got a knockout in his last fight, right?
yeah.
No, I take that back. He got a knockout in two fights ago, but
The one fight he
um,
got cut really bad.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I want to see where they got the decision at, but right now I'm leaning Barrios by decision. But I got tape study. I didn't do a lot of tape study or anything for this fight, so
yeah. I would lean Barrios probably late stoppage or decision. So just want to touch on that because it's a pretty big fight on the card. Okay, all that being said, we can go on to briefly some boxing news. We touched on it before we're live here. The big news is Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. I believe they've agreed to fight. It sounds like February is when they want to make that fight at 135. Dane, what do you think about this one? You think Teofimo can get a big victory, or do you like Haney to bounce back?
that's gonna be an interesting fight, man. Because the whole thing with Haney and got his ass whipped by Ryan Garcia,
Yeah,
on steroids or PEDs or whatever. But like, he's always had like a questionable chin, and then fighting Teofimo with big power. But at the same time, Haney has that style that can frustrate the shit out of Teofimo, and you know how he gets when he gets frustrated. He's like, "Come on!" And
yeah.
if what's his name? Oh my god, the dude that he beat, but it was a close fight. Taylor, I can't remember his name, but the technician, I remember his nickname and everything. But whatever, he tried to outbox him from the outside, but he was more running away and things like that. Haney, if he could do that, Haney could really do that for sure. So we're probably gonna get a buy low spot on Haney because, like, come on, he got his ass whipped by Ryan Garcia. All this stuff, happening to him. Everybody's gonna be hating on him, so everybody's probably gonna be on Teofimo.
Yeah.
I think right now I'm leaning. It might be a good buy low spot on Haney, and every time we get Haney by decision, that's automatically if it's like minus a good number, like.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, Teofimo's looked pretty shit. Like he fought Claggett, he didn't look good in that fight.
Yeah.
He fought Jermaine Ortiz, didn't look good
Jermaine
in that
Ortiz.
fight.
That's who it
Yeah.
was. I'm like, damn, I couldn't think of his name.
Yeah, and then before that, he looked great against Josh Taylor. That was like the beginning of the end for Josh Taylor,
Yeah.
unfortunately, where after that fight, he hasn't been the same. So, yeah, like I would definitely lean Devin Haney. Be curious to see what the line is when that comes out. Uh, the only other funny thing I want to mention before we get into best bets was I don't know if you saw, but Big Bang Zhang,
Yeah.
he was asked about fighting Jake Paul because this fight's at heavyweight. I said, please make that fight. Please make Jake Paul versus Zayli Zhang. Please. Jake Paul would get murdered in like 30 seconds.
I
Easy.
ain't gonna do that fight. He too. I mean,
Yeah.
Paul's a
Oh,
big
no.
kid, but
Yeah, no. Zhang is like 6'10, 280.
nah, he's
Well,
not 6'10". There's no way. He's that. Is he that tall? There's no way.
Zayli
He's that tall.
Zhang is huge.
I know he's huge, but 6'10" is crazy.
Let me look.
There's no way he's 6'10".
No, he's 6'6". He looks
Yeah, he's a
enormous.
big. He's a big dude for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah, he just
I
looks
think it's because
enormous.
his hair's so big.
Yeah, or it's just he's like he wears
looks
the
like-
trunks high. He just looks like
yeah, he's huge, big dude.
But yeah, that was the other piece of news I saw that it made me laugh. Did you see anything coming up or anything?
No, not really. That was only the biggest news you said. So
Yeah, yeah, that was pretty much it. The other thing, which is crazy, they're doing a fight card this weekend for I think it's Saudi Arabia
yeah,
with Zerto Ramirez. So
yeah.
I didn't even look at the card. I saw there were
Latino night or whatever they're calling it.
yeah
Latin night, because Barbosa's
Zepeda's
on it.
fighting.
Yeah, Barbosa's fighting. Shit.
Yeah, Jose Ramirez.
Yeah, Ramirez.
Yeah,
But there's another one. Damn, what's the other fight? I know you said there's another decent fight on that fight card, but I forget.
yeah. But actually, that's actually Saturday. The Paul fights Friday, so I guess it makes sense.
True. I know they got the UFC pay per view, obviously. But.
Yeah, they gotta go head to head with that, which is gonna be crazy. All that being said, we can move right on to best bets. Dan, I'll let you kind of lead the floor here. Best bets on anything you like. Doesn't have to be the Paul fight. Could be whatever.
My best bet for this Friday is gonna be Taylor, Katie Taylor money line -125, -120 around there. I think it stays right there. I don't think we might sneak a pick 'em, but I think it's gonna go right back up. But I would be fine with taking it at -125 and -120. That's my best bet for that. And for the Paul fight, Jake Paul fight, I like Jake Paul to get a knockdown at -118. They got it labeled as Mike Tyson being knocked down at -118. So I like that prop for that fight. But my best bet is Taylor.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go chalk donkey here. Jake Paul.
It's not that bad. -200.
I think it keeps going down, which is crazy. I think it's gonna get under 200. I just don't want to give you the decision or the KO and then lose.
Oh,
yeah.
We didn't even talk about this. They were supposed to fight earlier, and
in
then
July.
and then Tyson had like some medical. An ulcer or whatever. So that's another thing you gotta think about this fight too. Like, I know it's not like a major, injury or whatever, but still, at 58.
Yeah, it's just like I said. I'm shocked this fight's being made and all that, but we'll see. I'm gonna watch because I'm curious to see what happens if it should be legitimate. So it'll be fun to watch. That being said, guys, if you guys could please give us a like on the stream. Comment down below your thoughts on this fight. If you like Tyson by KO, like Nasty Nate, let us know in the chat down below the comments. We read all your comments. Subscribe if you're new here at Pub Sports Radio. Become a member. Gold members get a chance at $50 twice a week, Thursdays and Fridays on Betting with the Bag, the Jimmy the Bag show. Shout Dad Father. Yeah, Dad Father. A lot of big fights this weekend.
For real.
Paul fight, return of John Jones, and the Saudi card, which we briefly touched on. So
the Eagles versus the Commanders on Thursday. That's a big game, though.
That is a big game. Yeah, that is a very big game. That being said, Danny, what you got for the chat? Anything you want to plug? And we'll get on out of here.
Smash that like button. Give us your best bet for the weekend. Whatever, I know as a boxing show, put your UFC bets out there on the comments below, or boxing, props or things like that. Follow me at Danny Bets with 2Z's everywhere. My Patreon for boxing too. I might have a max bet on this card. 8 units. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I'm gonna put one for sure. I hope so, Dad, Father. AJ Brown going crazy. I know. Hopefully, we could get it. It's a big, huge game for the division. So I'll be in Florida for that. So it's gonna be exciting. But yeah, tune in. I won't be with the guys on Saturday. I'll be in New Orleans. I might pop up on my phone, for a couple of fights here and there. But yeah, smash that like button and enjoy the fights with the boys over there in UFC.
Yeah, everything Danny said, I agree with. Make sure to tune in right now. Bankroll Blitz breaking down I think we're at week 11 of the NFL season. Jimmy the Bag, Troy Torrance, UFC 309, John Jones Stipe, and of course Charles Oliveira. Got to watch that fight, big fight.
Two Brocks.
I think it's a tough fight though, but
I ain't gonna lie. The bet, like, if I had to pick money line, I gotta go Chandler. If you guys don't know, me and this guy, we've been with Oliveira from day one. Like, when everybody was like criticizing him, whatever, we were on him when he was on that crazy long streak. Not now, on all these fake fans coming later on, but
I think to be honest, I think the best bet in that fight is Chandler KO plus 400. On FanDuel. Right
he
now,
ain't subbing him. No way. No fucking way.
I don't think it goes to decision. Chandler fights like a maniac to where it won't happen.
And obviously, Oliveira's just a killer. Most finishes.
I mean, I don't hate that either, because that happened in the first fight, so I don't hate that either. Dave.
I hope so. That, for real, I'm a fan. I might stay away, but betting wise, I'm looking at the Chandler side. But fan wise, man, I hope Oliveira knocks his ass out.
Yeah,
and like calls out McGregor or some crazy shit.
Oh, that would be great. I would kill to see Oliveira Conor. Oliveira would kill Conor.
Yes. I mean, he's got to watch out for that left hand, though, bro. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but I think he'd get him down. I think he'd hurt. I think it would be bad for Conor McGregor. All that being said, we'll see you guys next week. I think we're actually just going to do a recap of these fights this weekend, because I don't see anything up. The next big fight is going to be Sonny Edwards. He returns. He's been off, little layoff. That's a big British card. So we'll be back for sure for that fight. At the very least, we'll recap Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. This is Main Event, Talkin Hands. See you guys next week. Peace, guys.